Or am I making a statement?
I think you can just go with a couple questions.
Yeah.
Coach, the way the NFL is currently constituted as a passing league, is there a market for Justin Fowler, or is he the kind of player that can play anywhere?
Oh, I think there's no question. You know, Justin Fowler can do so many things well. He's a really good receiver. He's a great blocker. He has running skills with the ball in his hand, so he actually can be a big back for somebody. There's still some situations where guys like Justin Fowler have tremendous value, and he's really a good matchup player on special teams. And I think one of the things that people don't understand when you're building a roster in the NFL, you have to take that into consideration because you only have 46 guys active for the game, and if you're not a star player, you got to be a good special teams player. So there's a lot of things Justin Fowler brings value to any team that he goes to.
What sets Amari Cooper off? We've all seen the production and work ethic. What sets him apart to you?
Well, first of all, I think he's a very talented guy, and he's worked very hard here to improve and maximize the God-given gifts that he has. He's got great quickness, great speed. He's got really good size, very good hands, and got some running ability after the catch. And I think if you're looking at critical factors of his position, that covers about everything that's important to most people. And the other thing is he's a great person. He's going to be a really good teammate wherever he goes. He's very positive in the way he goes about his work. And if you give him a job to do, he's going to do it. So he's very, very responsible and accountable. And I think that's what people are looking for.
What kind of feedback have you gotten about Blake, and what kind of steps do you think he needs to make to make it at the next level?
I don't spend a lot of time this time of year talking to NFL people. We're recruiting. We're getting ready for next year's recruiting. We're getting ready for spring practice, off-season program. But I think that Blake, athleticism, his production this year, are things that people are going to have to take into account. There are more and more offenses that are willing to utilize a guy like him. So I do think Blake has a lot to offer a team, and I do think he's going to get an opportunity with someone.
How much are you looking forward to Friday?
An NFL team and an NFL that gets defensive back.
Well, Landon's a very, very explosive, physical, big hitter. He's got really good ball skills. Can play man-to-man. He's very instinctive. So there's not very many guys that have his size and speed and athleticism that play in the secondary. And those things can be intimidating to a lot of receivers, and I think Landon's going to be a fantastic NFL player.
What do you think of DeAndre?
Hey, Coach.
What do you feel like he brings to the table and kind of upside?
I think DeAndre White is probably the guy that I would, if you said, who would be most underappreciated, by the NFL, because he has a lot more ability than what his production maybe has been here, whether it's because of injuries or whatever that he's battled through. And he's got great speed, he's got great size. He's a great special teams player. He's been a great special teams player for us. And if you're not a one or two receiver on a team, you're going to have to play special teams. And I think he's going to be a real value for somebody who's going to get a guy who has great ability that probably could really develop into something special.
TJ is a very productive guy. Good for you guys. Do you think he'll be a future back?
I don't think there's any question about it. He's got great size. He's very instinctive, hard worker, good person. Can catch really well, big enough to block and protect. So I think he'll do just fine.
Are you looking forward to Friday?
Who else gets out of this class? Do you feel like it's undervalued?
So when I say undervalued, I don't mean it that underappreciated is the word that I use in terms of, maybe the production that he's had here relative to what he could have if he would have been healthy all the time. And, I just think the guy's got a real high ceiling.
Ken, and one more.
Just want to ask, how much are you looking forward to for Friday?
Excuse me?
How much are you looking forward to Friday?
Oh, I'm looking forward to Friday. We've had a really good off season with this group, and I don't like it that we're going to have one practice and then have spring break, but when Easter falls in there, we have to give players a little bit of time and respect the holiday. So I'm really excited about this team. They seem to have a great attitude. They work really hard, and got really, pretty good leadership group, and excited about it. I know we got a lot of holes to fill, especially on offense, but we also have a lot of veteran players who have played a lot of football who are going to get the opportunity to, maybe take advantage of having a greater role on the team.
Coach, how does Amari compare to Julio when he was coming out on different body size?
Well, I don't really like to compare players. They're totally different guys. Julio Jones is a fantastic, big, strong, physical guy who's been very productive in the NFL, and Amari Cooper's style is just a little different in terms of the quickness that he plays with, the running ability that he has. Great hands, smart player. Both guys are outstanding, but their style is just a little bit different.
All right. Thanks, y'all. Thanks, Coach.